So, with the Sandbox 2.0 in the game and weapon slots being changed around and just different number values for pulse rifles and stuff like that, I thought I would do a new Whisper Guide. So while we load into the mission here, I'll explain the build that we're using and let you know what's going on with our weapons and whatnot. So, first things first, we are on our Hunter using Arc Strider with Bottom Tree, Arc Bolt Grenades, Marksman Dodge, and Triple Jump. Going to use a combination of the Long Shadow, the Whisper of the Worm, and a little bit of Right Side of Wrong, but primarily we're going to be using a Void Inaugural Address and a Valacaden. Exotic Armor is going to be a mix of Stompies with the Lucky Raspberry, the Raiden Flux, as well as the Foe Tracer. So first thing you want to do, load in, look right to your right. There's a little arced ledge that you want to hop up onto. And then once you are up onto the ledge, you're going to look up and to your left. There will be a ledge you can jump up onto there, and there'll be a blight on the second level. Go in there, shoot it a bunch, melee it, use your grenade, whatever. Just kill the blight. That's all you gotta do. Once the blight is dead, there'll be a hole you want to drop down into. Make sure you don't die on the angled ledges down below. Run through on the only path that you need to go through. There'll be some Vex architecture and a ring. You want to slide through that. Hop over the first chasm. Once you're across that, there'll be another ledge that you can run on. I'm going to go down there and slide through the opening in there. Be careful, there is a little booper right here. Now, if you're a hunter, you can actually make this jump all the way down to that platform right there. But otherwise, if you don't want to make that risky jump, you can just follow this path that I'm looking at right now. But if you're doing this, you want to sprint, jump out, fall all the way until you're going straight down, hop once, and then same thing until you're straight down, hop again, and you'll land right onto this middle platform. You want to jump across to this ledge over here and go to the left, not to the right. You don't want to go that way. You'll get lost. So you jump out, and then around, there'll be a ledge here with these little sliders. And if you're quick about it, and you kind of jump spam, you can get all the way through all three of them. This is very risky and very greedy. Only do this if you're a crazy man. Once you get all the way over here, if you get knocked off with the Hunter, you can actually hop back up on. Same with Titans with Lion Rampant. You want to jump across to the ledge. Once you're over here, you want to slide underneath the half orb. And then careful that crack, you will fall through it. Hop up onto the elevator. Ride the elevator all the way up. And then once you're at the top of the elevator, be careful. There is another little booper that will try and push you off the edge. Do not get caught by that. Run across the ledge. To your left, there'll be a little hallway, and then take another right. And then you'll come into a shifting room, like a shifting hallway. Just try and avoid the little shifting pieces. If you do get nudged off, it's not that big a deal. The angle allows you to kind of hop back on just like this. So it's not too big a deal to worry about. And then there's going to be another jumping ledge platform thing with little taken boopers. Be careful of these. I like to skip this first one and run straight to the second one right there. Hop across. And then you got to be a little bit mindful of the timing, but it's not too bad. And then hop across the next one. There's some vandals that will spawn, and they will try and snipe you down. You can just run through them and ignore them, or you can snipe them like this, just for the sake of commentary. Slide through under that little ledge, careful of the booper. I like to skip this other one and go straight to the end here. There's another vandal that will spawn to the left. Shoot him, and we're going into that little crack with that little slamming gate door. If you get hit by this, it will kill you or knock you off. Be mindful of that. Jump across the ledge. There is a room filled with holes that you need to go into one of them. You want to go into the very last one on the right on the second level, right there. That's what we're going for. And there is a little walkway that you can take. Go around, jump up onto there. I like to just take a little bit of shortcut and just jump straight across here. And we're running across here. There is a knight that will spawn on the back of the room once you get near. I like to jump out and then just jump straight into the little hole right there. Like I said, be mindful of the knight. Once you're in here, you want to drop down into the hole. Go all the way down, and this is the green room. This is where most people get lost, so pay attention. You want to stop. There's a little ledge right here. Drop down the ledge, stop again, turn 180, look down and to your left. There'll be a little crack right in there. Walk up to it, crouch, walk through. And that's all you got to do. And then you keep running, drop down over this little ledge, take a right, and then you want to go to this little opening, and there's a ledge to your left. Hop up onto that ledge. Follow that ledge all the way around. There's a little crack. Be mindful of that. Once you get to this other little overhanging lip, you want to just jump off the edge, drop down, and you're going into that lit room down there. Hop into it. There's a little booper thing that'll try and push you down. Be careful of that as you jump across. And there's another little ledge you gotta walk across. Again, another crack. And you can jump across. And that is the whole jumping puzzle. And now we are on to the combat section. And this here we're going to swap from the Stompies to the Lucky Raspberry to make clearing these ads much, much easier. To drop down into the room, I like to hop onto the ledge to the left. There'll be a Vandal that you can snipe out. Once you've sniped him, there'll be a Captain. You want to break his shield with your whatever solar weapon you're using, and then swap back to your snipe. Snipe him out. And then if you look to the right around this little edge of the blight here, you can snipe out this Vandal as well. And then we're going to run underneath this archway, because there's a little exploding grenade thing, and we'll get to that later. Hop up on the ledge where the first Vandal was, look across, there's another Captain, pop his shield, and then snipe him out. And you want to go back down, and this is where we're going to start rounding up all of the Thrall, and where the Lucky Raspberries are coming in. So they like to hide in the blight, so make sure that you get all the way into every little part of the room, round them all up, and then you want to toss your Arc Bolt grenade. And the Lucky Raspberry will refresh it, toss a second Arc Bolt. Sometimes it likes to bug out a little bit and you don't always get them all, but normally it's pretty consistent. Wait for the Taken to spawn, throw another Arc Bolt, clear them out. So again, Arc Bolt inconsistencies. And then you just kind of clean up any leftover Vandals. Sometimes Lucky Raspberry will be really nice to you. It'll actually proc non-stop, which is super helpful. You just want to keep clearing out all the ads and using your Arc Bolts whenever they're up. We're going to come over here to the left, jump up, and toss an Arc Bolt to that pack of enemies. Yes, they are immune, but the tags still count for Lucky Raspberry, and they'll refresh the grenade. You can just kind of clear them out like that. Once you've cleared out all the Vandals and the Goblins with your whatever, you can use a special, you can use your primary, it doesn't really matter. You want to shoot the Blight. First we're going to swap to our Raiden Flux, pop the Blight, dodge to reload, go into the next room, immediately pop our super. We're going to be focusing down the Captains and the Vandals, try and maintaining as much super energy as possible, and there'll be a Blight that'll spawn here. Want to slap it with the Arc Staff, go through. And there's a Knight that spawned. This is your primary target, is killing the Knight and these two Acolytes secondarily. If you have enough super energy, you can go back and hit the other Acolytes down here. Sometimes you can get a Lucky Slam, sometimes not. We're going to jump up here and snipe this this Knight's shield and then pop him. You want to go actually into that room. I didn't do what I'm supposed to do here. So do this right here. You want to go into the room, back of this little corner, crouch, snipe his shield, and then headshot him. And there you go. And then once he's dead, then we're going to jump up exactly where he was, and that is going to be where we can kill the majority of stuff in this room. Look across. We're going to swap back to our Void Inaugural Address here. You know, look across, snipe this Knight's shield, and then snipe him down. Now we're going to focus down any ads in this sightline. The main thing to keep in mind here is you want to play your sightlines. Make sure that you're only exposing yourself as you need to. So we're sniping out these Hobgoblins, clearing out the Wizard, and with the Inaugural Address you can actually dodge to reload and get your kill clip, and this makes it very helpful to shoot this Wizard shield over here. You want to do a little bit more damage than to break the shield. Once you get her to like 2/3 health, you can just pop her once with the Long Shadow. Dodge for the kill clip, and then we can just mow down these Acolytes. Super, super nice. And it's important to be using Void here because it helps with the ad clear, because the shield explosions will mess up the Acolytes. There's two Hobgoblins that like to hide back here. You need to make sure that you're mindful of those guys. You just snipe them out. Look down here. If you didn't get the Acolytes with the Arc Staff, they like to hide in here. Kill the Acolyte eye, dodge for the kill clip, and you can just melt their shields. And then the AoE explosion is nice for a stagger and a little bit of AoE damage. Alright, now that all the Acolytes are dead, hop back over to where the second Knight was. Jump up, grab any ammo, look across, snipe the Knight's shield, and then again, just snipe him down. And then the only enemy left is the Wizard in the back of the room. If she is nice, she will throw a Shadow Thrall at you to proc your kill clip. There you go. And then you can just melt her shield, clear out any extra Shadow Thrall, and then just snipe her once. It's easy. Alright, so here's where we're going to be swapping to our Valakaden to actually melt down the structures. Be mindful of your ammo. When you do swap weapons, you do lose some ammo. So we're going to go grab some here. We need to be killing this Blight right here at the very edge of the room. It's important to kill this blight because dealing with the phalanxes that spawn is much, much easier when this blight is dead, which is why we're focusing this down first. So if you hop up on top of these blights, you can actually stand on them, and you do not take that ambient damage that you get from standing inside of the blight, because it's actually tied to being on the ground. So come out here, sniping the goblins, the hobgoblins, sorry. And we want to go back. I got really lucky. I was super greedy to do what I did. Arc bolt the phalanxes, snipe them out. And it's very important that you back up once you actually kill that third hobgoblin. You only have a little bit of time. We're hopping out here, jumping in, popping this blight. You can ignore all these scions. You can just drop down. And the important thing here, you have to kill all the blights, because if you don't kill the blights, when the bosses spawn, you'll have a hell of a time actually killing them, because they like to take cover in the blights, which you cannot shoot through. So same thing, using the Valakaden, mow down through the structures. As long as you do not kill the majors, the boss will not spawn. So these phalanxes will kind of get on your nerves a little bit. Dodging to reload and for the damage reduction. You want to come over to this blight, hop up on top of it, shoot it with the Valakaden. And just, again, making sure we're trying to take as little damage as possible. I'm actually crouched right here because if they do walk in, you can sometimes avoid their little shield blast attack by being crouched and, like, you're essentially inside of the little blight core thing. So, see, they're gathering up around me right now. Being very mindful of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to toss an arc bolt and then dodge to get out of their blast radius. Hop up onto this blight, mow it down with the Valakaden. The second this blight pops, you need to be ready to pop your arc staff, because there's going to be everything in the room looking at you. Pops, arc staff, slam, get our synapse junctions procced, and then we just go and focus down the majors. Once the majors are dead, that's when the boss fight actually is going to start. And we're going to come back to the very back of the room where we drop down, all the way up to the top here. We're going to swap and throw on our foe tracer. Foe tracer is going to let us deal with just the health pools a little bit easier, and also keep track of where they are. So the first target you want to go for is the captain. He loves to spam his darkness bolt. It is super fun to deal with. He likes to be at the bottom right of the room. You want to single him out, and you need to stagger him. Otherwise, he will kill you like that with his darkness bolts. The only way to stop him from chucking those is you need to get a headshot on him to actually stagger him. So we're going to hop back down here. We're going to try this again. I'm actually a little bit lower on ammo than I like to be coming in here. I like to be at full ammo. So then, like I said, he likes to hide in the bottom right of the room. Snipe him, just try and get that whisper proccing. He can be a real pain in the ass because he loves to do the Macarena while you're trying to DPS him. It's super fun. And like I said, he likes to continuously spam those. You need to stagger him by getting a headshot right there. And once he's down, it makes the rest of the boss fights look really, really easy. So I want to prioritize him over anything else. So here I'm being really impatient. I'm not actually focusing on my shots, so make sure you're actually landing your shots, because you only have a certain amount of ammo. With heavy ammo, it doesn't have to drop as much as it used to. Then I go over to the knight. He is in the left side of the room. He likes to stand in between that little archway and that pillar right there. Sometimes he'll take cover in that archway, so if you can kind of just stun lock him with staggers, that's a good way to keep him under control. You want to be mindful of the Axion Seekers that the ads will throw at you from time to time. If you have another person in here with you, it's helpful to have them just shoot those down. Right here I'm going to swap to my Valakaden, pop it, swap back. And then Mr. Turkey is the last one who is left. He loves to stand behind this pillar and strafe back and forth between them. I recommend only taking 3 shots and then letting him reposition, and then you also reposition. And that way you'll able to be preserving your ammo and not wasting it too much. So let's go back and forth in between every 3 shots. And then again, keep in mind the Axion Seekers. And I'm proccing Whispered Breathing here because I have the Catalyst on it, and it lets me do the damage, much more damage per shot. And there you go. That is the solo guide on how to clear the Whisper mission solo in the 2.0 sandbox. There is one last thing I did want to mention. On my armor piece here, I actually have a very, very helpful mod. It is called Taken Barrier. And what this does is when you take taken damage, you give 20% damage reduction from that damage for 10 seconds. That is super, super helpful. It comes from the raid, and I believe it can come from any of the drop sources. But there you go. That is the solo Whisper of the Worm. If you found this video useful, feel free to spread the word, let other people know. Otherwise, yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.